Hello.
Hey everyone.
Hi. So is there someone already in the chat? Ah, yes, I see. Hi. Hello. Nemanja. Daisenel. Beats. Ahmed Khan. Do you see the chat too? Thunder. On the right. Commentary. Okay, great. Davy. Thanks. Looking good too. Okay. So we had a little delay. Sorry about that, guys. That was purely technical and last minute, so that was a little bit of a rush. I think that can already be seen here. And then we will start the question in 2 minutes. So we have now a little bit of time for people to join in, and we will have 27 questions planned for today. So that will be a very nice AMA. And hi, Tokano. So who's there too? Avi, Kapil. Oh, people are coming in. That's great. Okay. Yeah, you heard giveaway, so you came. That's obvious. There will be a giveaway. It will be at the end after the questions and a small announcement. Yeah, giveaway. Okay. So, Thunder, is the sound good on your side?
I think it's good now. Yeah.
Okay.
You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hello, John. What's up to you? Gonzalo Satya. I hope I'm not completely butchering the names when I read them. And yes, so for me, it's 6:19, so we will start very soon, just giving a few more seconds to people to arrive. Jalo. Okay. Thanks. Okay, so yes, so this is our AMA, especially about hazards and visual upgrades. So following the article from a few days ago, and we received very interesting questions. So the team was very happy to see the question and very, how could I say that? Extremely enthusiastic about answering them. And then we will have at the end, as I said a few seconds ago, a giveaway, and just before that, a small announcement by Hunter. So I propose that we will start now that because it is 20. So I will invite Hunter to join us, and we will start the part of the AMA of this session. Hello.
Hey,
hello, Tom. Hello, Tom. Sorry, I forgot to mention you, but you are, of course, present.
Yeah, I'm going to come off. Yeah, it's great.
I always forget someone. That's okay.
Yeah, welcome everyone in the community too.
Okay, so we will start with first question. So someone is coming directly into the art of the subject and ask, how often will the hazards happen?
Yeah, and before we get into it, I just want to also say thanks for everyone submitting questions and being excited about the video that we shared. We're really looking forward to sharing more and glad that people really like the design of things and the way that things are heading. So yeah, in terms of hazards, let's get into it. When they happen will kind of depend on a few factors. I would say I would expect a certain hazard to happen maybe every few days, and the goal for us is to really achieve a good balance where we have community members and people playing the game coming back and enjoying the hazard experience, repairing things, reactivating their base cards, but it's not overwhelming. And Tom can also probably get into a little bit of each hazard type and how they will differ a little bit because of their severity.
Okay, yeah. So the current design is that some hazards, such as the dust storms, will happen more frequently than others, such as the Mars quakes. The more frequent hazards will cause less damage compared to the more infrequent ones. Think of it as a kind of a large-scale volcanic eruption or a asteroid impact near the colony. Something along those lines could cause more damage than a bit of wind. Each item will have a different resistance to the various hazards. And on top of that, the different items will have different repair costs, kind of following some logical sense. I could probably go up to a solar panel with a brush, clean it of dust. But if a nuclear reactor's got a crack in the side, I think we probably need to call in the experts. All the repair costs are going to be burnt, and that will help the Martian economy. Yeah, so there's going to be some strategic choices you make when you're managing your collection. We will have to kind of give you more details about that, and that will be in another Medium article before we release a hazard gameplay feature.
So when these hazards happen, what will be the Martia cost for base card holders with their equipment?
So yeah, as the video showed the other day, the kind of ownership cards, they've got a health stat indicating their damage status, and it kind of showed the repair value or the repair cost as well, or the fact that you could do a mini game to kind of get around that. The base cards don't have a health stat, so we came up with a different mechanic for them. And this is that they have a chance to be deactivated when they're hit by a hazard. The higher rarity cards will be more resistant compared to lower rarities, though. If someone's cards are deactivated, they'll need to log into the game to reactivate them. And there'll be a delay before they start earning again. Sorry, I forgot to say that. But when they're deactivated, they don't earn Martia. So you'll have to log back in to reactivate them. And there will be a small delay before they start earning again. And at the moment, I'm still balancing whether there's a repair cost people can pay to reactivate them sooner, but I'm sure there will be. It's just what level it will be. So I can't tell you an exact answer of how much it'll cost to repair it. It will be lower than it costs to repair an ownership card, though.
Okay, great. And will there be a possibility for anyone to play the mini games when a hazard hits, or is that the owner of the damaged item that will do it only?
So yeah, we will probably incorporate the mini games for the reactivation of base cards too. And it probably be a simple skill-based game to start, and growing complexity as the game expands. But it will be the people affected by the hazards. It won't be anyone. So it will have to be your ownership card or your base cards for you to be able to do the mini game.
Yeah, and we wanted to kind of give some choice there. So in the gameplay, you see the different options, mini game or various levels of repairing for Martia. For reactivation, yeah, it's going to be something like Tom was saying, a little bit less expensive. But yeah, we want to give players choice too on how they want to play the game.
So what happens if you don't maintain your equipment? Can cards be destroyed or burned?
Not right now. I'll dive back in on that one. Yeah, so not right now. We might add this in much later, but we'd give ample warning before we did. And if we do implement such a feature, people are going to have to opt into it. People aren't just going to log in one day and find half their cards destroyed. It'll be a feature people have to opt into, decide they want to be part of.
Okay, that's good to hear. So do you think land ownership is going to hurt the current ownership resource, but mainly price-wise?
Yeah, so land NFTs will be something we implement a little bit later on. So it's not necessarily our highest priority right now. We really want to create a dynamic gameplay experience before we start expanding to that. So it's a little hard to say exactly how that will implement and specifics around that. But I would focus right now on, just the ownership cards, the sponsorship cards, how that plays into the economy and the hazards gameplay that we're going to be releasing initially, and also the base cards. So those are kind of in our collection now. We have plans to expand that, and then we gave a little glimpse of what our vision is for the visual upgrades, and that will be something fun that people can collect, and we can probably get into that a little bit later too.
Okay, and so next question here is about more about all the ownerships and the owners interact with the game, and it is will the ownership card holders be provided with a log or record of all the addresses that are staked to their cards, so that the ownership holders can hold giveaways and such for further incentivize stakers to stake put in their ownership?
Yeah, it's a great question, and the answer is yes. We are working on this feature at the moment, and it was a great suggestion. I believe that came from our community after we initially launched. So yeah, we've designed the feature. We're developing it now, and basically the way it will work is that you'll be able to see the total collection power for all of the cards that are supporting a particular ownership card or a sponsorship card, and the breakdown of the supporters, basically ranked by the top supporter, and then going down from there. And we'll also have the ability for you to download a CSV, so you can kind of do whatever you want with that.
Yeah, that's great. And I know that Thunder and me, we are now both concerned with this question of being generous owners and participating. Yep. And so, Thunder, would you like to ask the next one?
Yeah. So will there be more than one different giveaway slash challenge for the ownerships that aren't claimed in the crafting challenge?
Such...
yeah, I'm reading the question now.
Oh, my bad. There's another part. Such as the person with the most M3 complete sticker set.
Yeah, I like this question. It seems very specific. It seems like someone has collected lots of Mission 3 sticker sets. But there will be other ways to get ownership and sponsorship cards. One of the first ways is going to be through staking. You'll be able to stake your Martia to an NFT pool, and from that you'll get a chance to get ownership cards as well as other base cards and sponsorship cards, whatever is in the pool. After that, the resource gameplay will come along at some point, and we will be able to, there'll be ways of getting ownership cards that are built into the resource gameplay. So yeah, there'll be multiple methods of getting these cards, and it won't just be a crafting challenge or from crates.
Yeah, and we've been working a lot on the resource gameplay and finalizing that. Tom and some of the gameplay, the rest of the gameplay design team, we've been really hammering down on the specifics of how to balance that. So it's kind of been top of mind for us, and we're it's just cool to see like the team working together on all these features and really getting to complete solutions. So yeah, Tom's been a fantastic at leading that, and yeah, one of the ways we're going to allow ownerships to be found is through that. So we're super excited to eventually show that, and that will be something that hopefully comes pretty soon after the hazards.
So yes, so there is obviously a lot of work that is being done, and the next question is more practical. Is there any update on the gameplay timelines?
Yeah. So our goal is to release the staking next. That's something that we can get out pretty quickly, and it allows us to really have different opportunities for players to use some of their Martia token and get different things that will support future gameplay. So that's our priority right now. The team's developing that as we speak. And then we're going to get into things like the hazards. We pretty much have that feature spec'd and ready to go. We're just kind of waiting for some of the staking things to be finished up. But we are going to move very quickly on this. I think we can roll things out for hazards in the next 3 to 4 months. And the way that we want to do it is just kind of smaller releases over time, updating some of the existing UI to the new style that we showed in the video. And then after that, our priority will shift more towards the resources. We'll also be releasing the in-game communities and some of the other features. So it's all on the to-do list. We're working through it as fast as we can, and yeah, that's kind of the way that we're thinking about priorities right now.
So related to gameplay and timelines, what are you most excited about in the near future for the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to be excited about. Like the stuff that we've been working on behind the scenes, and some, in the video, for instance, I think the whole team was excited to share that and show kind of some of the thinking behind future gameplay and what we're working on. So I think, big UI improvements. We've found a lot of really great feedback from our community, and we're constantly thinking of ways to optimize things, make the experience better. Gameplay features being finalized. The gameplay design team has spent a lot of time on the virtual economy, and it is very challenging to really balance that out. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait to start playing some of these things myself. And also things like the map texture will be improved. So that's another thing that we're going to be addressing, finding a better way to use textures and 3D meshes. We have a really talented 3D team and development team that's helping us work through that. And we're confident our future approach will be a much better result than what we have now, and a much bigger improvement. Also, the way that we're designing items is going really well. We've designed a lot more items for the Mars base, and we'll continue to do so. And I really enjoy that. And I think we're creating some really innovative designs. We also showed something called the design stories in the video, which breaks down each item by specific features that showcase the science. And that's a big goal of ours, is to really highlight the science and have players learn a little bit more about the science to go to Mars. And so that's a big thing that we're working on this year. And we've already kind of planned our entire all of our missions, and we're kind of working backwards from that master plan as we build, just like any other space program would. Visual upgrades are also really fun. We're super pumped to share those. The gold rover and the one that's like a carbon fiber material, and we're going to do even more. And we think people will really enjoy collecting those, showing those off to other people and other players. So yeah, it'll be a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, great. And I think the next question, the person was already in that mindset of small features that are rolled out regularly. The question is, will the use of NFTs in gameplay be rolled out slowly, one at a time, or will they all be used immediately when gameplay starts? We don't hear you.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's better.
Sorry, I was having a cough, so I've muted myself. So I was saying that currently all the base cards, ownership cards, sponsorship cards that are in the collection and in circulation, they're in the game, they're usable. You're owning Martia with them. But yes, that people want more kind of gameplay from them and that. And so as each of these kind of features is rolled out bit by bit, that some cards will have more use in one feature and the others will kind of be featured in a different feature. Everything's going to have a kind of a unique use. It will be rolled out slowly over time as the features come along. And some will have more use maybe for kind of fixing hazards or generating certain resources or for going on expeditions, but everything will have a use over time.
Yeah, and we'll be we'll update the community as much as we can and give as much future, insight into rolling out these features so that, people can plan what they want to do with their collections and strategize.
So speaking of collections, are there going to be any more planned drops in the near future? And would they be before or after the gameplay really begins?
Yeah, so just like the original reason we launched the project and the original game plan, which is missions will continue to be shipped to Mars on an Earth to Mars, transfer orbit. So that will continue to happen. However, we are going to change up the way we're doing that in the future. I will say that the gameplay is totally the priority right now. So the hazards, the staking, things to increase utility inside the game, make the gameplay more interesting. That's what the team's 100% focused on right now, and we'll do a drop, later on. But right now, we really want to get those gameplay features shipped in and released to everyone.
So up to this point, then, what was the team's reasoning behind prioritizing visuals over more gameplay mechanisms?
Yeah, so actually, I don't really think that that's the case. Like, we've probably spent as much or more time like developing the gameplay mechanics behind some of the visuals. So, our gameplay mechanics are pretty cool and quite unique, and we hope that people really enjoy them as we roll them out. But it takes a lot of time to create a balanced virtual economy and create mechanisms that allow us to balance it over time. It's a very especially when it's with Martia token and some of the NFTs being usable inside the game. It's our approach is just trying to really think through things before we release and minimize anything we have to roll back and really push things forward. But it does take time to really think through that. So we're trying to shorten timelines as much as possible, but a lot of the things that are going on behind the scenes that we haven't really shown in a visual way are what are driving a lot of the ways that will make the game fun. And so we have been spending a significant time around this. And also, if you read the Medium articles and the roadmap, and some of the other interviews that we've done, hopefully we've shined some light on our thinking there. But with that being said, our design, our city design, the architectural approach, I think everyone on the team is super proud with what we've accomplished so far. And I think the video that we showed kind of is a little bit of a testament to how hard the team's been working on really the visuals and making things look great. And that is a core part of our brand. It's what really makes us stand out. And we'll continue to go that direction. But yeah, we really want what kind of both, we're working on both a really compelling game that's fun to play, but also fun to look at.
Okay. Yeah, and about looking great, that's linked to the next question. So that's very nice. So will there be another type of chest that contains the skins, or will these be included in the current ones?
Yeah, it's a great question. So for the skins, the visual upgrades, some of them will probably be earned in game, like through gameplay. We'll also probably have some of them in the in-game store. That was another big, achievement for us was rolling out a successful in-game store, and I think we'll just continue to release and continue to grow that feature with things like adding visual upgrades in there for people to purchase. And yeah, some might even be exclusive to communities, and we think that'll be another really fun aspect of this is kind of having your identity tied to a community and having different items perhaps customized to reflect that. But we'll provide details when we're ready.
That's awesome. So will these skins be stakeable or earn anything at all?
Potentially. Yeah, potentially they will be. We can look at that. The current priority is that they're not. They're more of an aesthetic and a visual upgrade. But if kind of people want them to be, and we can find a logical reason for them to be stakeable, we'll look into that.
Okay. And then the next question is about timing again in a way. It's when can we use the new UI and hazards?
I wish it was tomorrow. I'm excited to see this in the build. It'll probably be over, small releases over the next 3 to 4 months. And yeah, I mean, we're focusing on staking, like I said before. Staking will be in the current UI direction, and then after that, we're going to be rolling into this new direction.
So how long will it take the team to develop the entire game and visual upgrades?
Our goal is to get something complete out like this year. So just like our roadmap said, 2022 is kind of the way, the timeline we feel comfortable rolling out a complete game. So, but it's going to be over time. Our approach has always been iterative and adding things that are foundational and then building on those as we see success in them. So we're going to continue to do that throughout the year. And I would definitely, if I were a new player, new to the community, I would join the communities, get involved in the conversation, help us build this, help us make this something great. Like we really want to build it alongside the community, and it's going to be a really active year for us. We're going to have a lot of new things coming every month. There's going to be a lot of exciting updates that we do, and we're kind of like full steam ahead. So yeah, we don't want to stay silent. We don't want to have people questioning what we're doing. We're fully dedicated to this, and so I would encourage people to really start getting involved too.
So will more financial resources or funding be needed to continue this development?
2021 was a great year for us, and I think we have funds for the foreseeable future and really to be able to get this game out. And so that's what we're using our resources on. We're growing the team. We're increasing the rate at which we can develop features, and we're really appreciative of all the people who supported us, and we're going to pour that right back into the business and continue to grow this into a really great game.
Okay, great. So next question is about the gameplay. Yes, will it be? So is the gameplay still set in a browser, or considering that the last medium showcased better graphics, that might be too heavy for a browser? Is there something else planned?
Yeah, so performance is top of mind, and we have a strategy for this that will significantly improve the browser performance. And we believe it is still possible for us to start with browser. And I think it's important just because browser-based games are a lot more accessible to wider audiences. And the new direction will make it a lot easier for people to load the page, manage their inventory, look at their profile, do other things. So that'll be a significantly improved experience. And we also believe we can achieve that with the map and the graphics the way that they are. So we'll keep people posted, but we're confident in the direction and the visuals.
So based off of the graphics update that you guys shown us, they look pretty good. So normally that's expensive and will take a lot of time. How exactly do you guys do that?
Yeah, I mean it starts with really, really great team members. We have a fantastic 3D team, great development team, and they're able to work quickly because they're very talented. They're very experienced in what they do, and that's what allows us to move quickly. So yeah, I mean, I think most games of substance, they're on multi-year timelines. We're moving as fast as we can to get things completed this year and then build on that for the coming years. And yeah, it really starts with the team. And yeah, we've grown significantly. We'll update our team page and everything with all the new team members that we've added as well.
Okay. Great. And so next question is more about the specific NFTs. So will each NFT type have its own uniqueness? So for example, a doctor or a botanist with the same rarity, do they have their own expertise? Do the doctors treat sick human NFTs?
Yes, that is the idea. There's going to be a number of different labor resource types produced by different astronauts. Each of those labor types is going to be used more efficiently in the correct buildings. For example, a doctor in the greenhouse wouldn't be as beneficial as putting the botanist in there. And each NFT will also, not each of us, different NFTs will produce different material resources as well. So it's not just going to be kind of astronaut labor. There'll be water, power, fuel, data. That's just to name a few of them. And when we do introduce resources, as you can tell, this has been something I've been looking at a lot recently. When we do introduce resources, we will be doing it not all at once, but kind of gradually over time. So that one is that we don't kind of overwhelm the economy and the player base with loads of loads of different resources that people won't quite understand at that point. So we're going to introduce them slowly over time. And the second reason for that is that some of the buildings and infrastructure required for certain resources won't have arrived at the colony yet. So obviously those resources can't be involved at that point. But, to answer the question, yes, each NFT type will have its own uniqueness.
So how will cards producing very similar resources work then? For example, like the fuel plant and the fuel generator. Will they produce the same resource or take the same inputs? And people also have the same questions for solar panels and fission reactors, megapower reactors. Seems to be a lot of power.
Yeah. So yes, the fuel plant and the fuel generator will output the same type of resources, which will be fuel and oxygen. And they'll do that using the same type of inputs, which will be power and water. But to kind of differentiate them, they will do that in different ratios, different amounts. And as I previously mentioned, they'll be kind of affected by hazards differently and require different amounts of Martia to repair. So there's going to be slight differences in inputs and outputs, and they'll sort of be balanced by differences in resistance to hazards and repair costs. And the same principle is going to apply to the solar panels, fission reactors, and megapower reactors, that they will give power as an output, but the difference between them is the quantity they give out balanced against the chance of being hit by a hazard and the repair costs.
Okay. I see the next question is more about strategy than gameplay, company strategy, I would say. And the question is, but when will there be marketing? Any plans to share about it? Financial reports of the fund usage and tokenomics?
Yeah, so with marketing, we're still developing some of the gameplay features. So we'll start on that a little bit heavier once we feel comfortable with the game and are happy with how players are enjoying it. So we're working on that, of course, early this year. Hopefully, later this year we'll have a little bit more of a marketing push as we expand our audience. Tokenomics have been around. They've been in our roadmap. They've been in Medium articles. We've discussed them on interviews. So I would encourage, if you have questions specific about anything, to join Discord or Telegram. And there's people that are around to help answer any specific questions. And in terms of, the way that we're using our funds, we're really pouring them into growing the team and helping advance gameplay and the different features we're building.
So in the last Medium article that you guys released, you discussed the option to stake Martia tokens. How will that work? Will we get rewards in NFTs or more Martia tokens? Yeah,
so that's the feature we're working on right now. we released an article, I believe it was called 2021 Year in Review and early 2022 update. So yeah, that kind of goes over the feature at a high level. And essentially people will be able to stake their Martia token and get various rewards for that. That will help in future gameplay. So I believe the three types are Martia token rewards, resource rewards, and chance at winning NFTs from a pool. So we'll also have Tom and his team. They're working on a more detailed article that will go over the staking a lot in more depth before we release it as a feature.
Okay, so one question about the staking rewards, I guess. If not all the blend items from the crafting event, the special crafting event for Mission 1 Dark Matters are not used, what will happen to the unclaimed ownership cards assigned to this strategy?
Yes, as you rightly guessed, that the cards that are unclaimed from this event, they will go to the NFT pool to be claimed, kind of rewarded as part of the Martia Staking feature that we're implementing. So but it does include the ownership cards and the base cards, and so whatever is left will be put into that pool. So there's a nice way of potentially getting an ownership card, and I hope I get one from that. That's my aim. I want one still. Everyone else is getting them, but yeah.
Great.
Great. So
would you like to do the next one? That's what I was asking.
Yeah, I'll take the next one. So how will you reward small players who believe in you? Some games only focus on big players, and small players are the ones who really create the community.
Yeah, I mean, we'll do our best to make it a great experience for all that play. The majority of the features will be available for all levels of players, and we're working through kind of the finite details of if you only have a few cards versus if you have a massive collection, how do we balance that? But it is something that it's a little hard to speak about, now. It's probably better in a Medium article or as we reveal, the specifics for each gameplay feature, just because it really is a pretty nuanced balance and there's a lot of ways to do it. But it is something that it's like kind of one of our, design principles, just making it fun for people regardless of their collection size.
Great. And then we are reaching slowly the end. Next question is, what do you think about the speed of the game development? So is that up to what you thought it should be or think it should be?
Yeah, I'm super impressed with the team and the way that we've been able to hit milestones and really stick pretty closely to our timelines. And it's taken a lot of hard work. People have really passionate on the team and want to make this something special. And so, yeah, we're confident we can ship this game quickly. And like I mentioned before, I think, we're the core amount of features we can ship this year, rolling releases throughout the year with new features, and we're moving as fast as we can. So, yeah, definitely would encourage people to get involved in the community, to start, giving us suggestions, giving us feedback as we roll things out, and that will be really helpful to us.
Great. So during the first AMA, you mentioned that you wanted to contact Daddy Elon. So whatever happened to that?
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome to get him involved, but I want to wait a little bit longer until we kind of develop some of these features before we start socializing, too widely. So consider all of yourselves, early adopters at this point. And we're still in beta. We're still kind of, releasing these features and testing them. So I think that's kind of the key for right now, and we'll get there when we get a little bit more developed.
Great. So I see we have reached the end of the list of questions, and then we can go to the last part of this stream that will be a part that could be called promotion and giveaways. So we will try to have giveaways regularly in the next AMA. And I know that Hunter has something to announce very shortly.
Yeah, it's just a little NFT we did with just a little collaboration with, I believe if you pull the picture up, we have a little patch we did, and yep, this is it. So we're gonna release this. Blockchain Heroes is doing a Retro Rebellion release. So if you want this patch, again, it's just going to be used in the game for avatars and the feature once we release it with the patches. But yeah, it's a brand new NFT, and we thought it'd be fun. We're going to try to continue to do things with the different projects. Blockchain Heroes was one of the OGs in the Wax blockchain, and the team over there is awesome. So yeah, pick this up. Go check out their Discord. I think it's Hero HQ. And yeah, grab yourselves this awesome patch.
Okay, that's great. And then, as announced, we will end up this trip with a giveaway. So we will have 3 winners that will get crates. Well, 1 crate per person, crates in plural. So I guess we can launch the draw of the winners now. So congratulations to Polly. Oh, okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And next one is Samu. That's easier. And the last one of the 3. And that's the name I know from the Discord, Manja. Congratulations. So you will be contacted to get your wallets in order to get your prize after the end of the stream. And I think we have done everything right now. Do you want to add something? Maybe Tom or Arthur, maybe?
Yeah. Thanks everyone again for tuning in. Yeah, check out the conversation in Discord. We have a couple of basic crates left, I think, in our in-game store. We'll be releasing updates on staking quite soon, so look out for that. And yeah, have a great rest of your week. And before we leave, I think there was a secret message in this stream somewhere. So maybe an eagle eye has spotted it. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I did not follow what was in
we'll have to wait
chat.
and see, I think.
Yeah. If someone spot it, they can send us a message on the Discord, for example. If you find the secret message on this stream or on the video, because the stream will end, but the video will be on the Colonize Mars YouTube. If you find it, first one to find it, I guess might get something too. So keep your eyes open and watch closely. And I can't say more because that would be too much hint. Okay, so thank you everyone. Thanks Hunter, thanks Tom, thanks Thunder. I did not ask you if you wanted to add something maybe too.
Yeah, this was great getting to hear more from you guys again as always. And I just want to say I'm super excited to go rip some more packs after this. If anybody wants to join me for that, we'll be doing that. Yeah.
Okay. And then thanks to everyone who joined us in the chat. I see a lot of no names and new ones. So Tocano and Marinko, Paul Graham, Robbie, Sam Cam, of course. And then, okay, I'm seeing you in a few minutes in the Discord then. Bye-bye, everyone.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.